1964 Vita bus. It's going to be a revival. Came up here from Texas 5-6 years ago from what the owner tells me. Want it back on the road. So we're going to do that. A couple things I did so far. Obviously drained the fuel. She was too good. It was not. But drained the fuel and just gave her a look around. Also plugged the battery in this thing to see, if the electrics work. Like I said, it sat. It was garage, so it wasn't really too concerned about anything. But when you have stuff sit, you get your little four-legged thing with the teethies that like to eat stuff. Everything works except the horn so far, and they don't even know if that worked to begin with, so that's cool. But head in the air, drained the fuel, looked over, engine's complete. Nothing looks completely, wrong. But what does look wrong, this wheel cylinder leaking like a sieve. Same thing with the front master. Zero brakes. So first and foremost, gonna get brakes on this thing. I'm not concerned about the engine. I know it's free. It's not locked up, so not really concerned about it running. Concerned about it stopping. Stopping first. Brakes to me first, and then we'll deal with the running. So I'm gonna get this thing up higher. I'll zip off this wheel, and we'll change a wheel cylinder. I didn't realize I wasn't recording. Because I am genius. Anywho, drums off. Yeah. All that wetness. Brake fluid. So, we're going to do the right thing. Also, the shoes toast. I'll pull those off, obviously. But, we'll get the shoes off. And pop the cylinder off, which looks new. Which obviously don't matter. But let me pop these things off. All right, pretty straightforward again. It's a drum removal, so springs off, pull the drums off, and I'll get back to you when I pull this wheel cylinder off. It's like I guess any other Volkswagen brake job. So, all right. This whole thing is stripped down, the shoes off, that's all off. I yank this thing off. She to be no bueno. I'm just hoping all the, screws will cooperate, because that'd be nice. And it's not so much the screws, I'm more or less, concerned about the lines cooperating. Man. And wouldn't you know it? It came loose. Actually quite surprised. Looks good under here. Mm-hmm. All right, line off. Let's get that wheel cylinder out. NASCAR. Woo, left front. Here, left rear. Huh. Slide that out. Pull out your wheel thingy. It's gonna need axle seals too. I smell the grease. But yeah, this bad unit is she's soupy. It's gone. No, you silly line. You don't belong there. Actually, also tech tip, pull off your bleeder screw. Makes life a little bit easier when you got to put that line back on. Because then you can hook a wrench right on there and not have an issue, or too big of an issue. So install, obviously, reversal of install. Boop. Beep. That's in. That's in. Pull the cap, put on the line. And some of you, probably maybe one who watched this video, might be asking, why isn't fluid just running on out of here? Well, that's because it's empty. The system already did that for me. I didn't have to purge anything. But, good question. And when you put these lines on, people, you don't have to wrench. They're flared fitting. They're designed to seal, you know, flare and all. You don't have to, you know, wrench the ever-living, you know, all the muscles. You don't need the muscles. You don't got to break out the cheater bar. Basically, get it seated. And you know what I normally do is about a quarter turn-ish, eighth, a little more, in betwixt. And that's done. That's tight. That should seal. Call me a liar if that's wrong. But let's slap some shoes on this bad unit. And straightforward shoe job. Make sure you run your adjusters in too. But straightforward on the shoes. Probably seen me do shoes before. It's exactly the same. It's nothing funky. Shoes, springs, e-breaker, kink, kink, and you're good to go. So we'll get that thing on, and I'll bring you, you know, I'll show you what it looks like on the completed unit. Wheel cylinder, new shoes. We'll probably beat that down a little bit because that's not good. But yeah, put the drum on, throw a slight, you know, preliminary, whatever you want to. Oh yeah, I gotta clean this out. Get with the brake clean. One big ass drum. Where's the adjuster on top? Cool. Boop. Your big old nut. Cough. Should have put this on, because, I mean, really bad if you forgot it. And my big Ugga Dugga gun. Now you want to use all the Uggs and all the Dugs to tighten this thing. Slowly working its way around. I don't have my 46, so I'm using 1 and 13/16. which, you know, isn't ideal. I mean, it fits fine with like zero slop. I'm not really worried about rounding it. But what I am going to do, I'm going to call this a Volkswagen specific tool now. I'm going to run a bead around this so I get rid of some of that lost torque. All right, let's do this master cylinder. It's right under here, under the floorboard. The old time lapser will do this. I like you, but you know, there's not a lot of room under here to you know, get everything going. But I'll scoop under. Ooh, a bug. I'll scoop under, yank that thing out, and you know, give you dialogue. I might bring you under if I see something weird, but we'll put the new one in. So yeah, let me get this thing out of here. You know, I'm really surprised, actually, on how well, now that I've jinxed myself, how well everything's coming apart. Lines are nice. Well, not nice, but you know. See, I mean, they loosen. I knew I couldn't fit that, but you know, we tried anyway. You know, the good old collar. Poopy son. Stop it! Come on! All right. Oh, I'm so happy that was on camera. Whew. Yes, I just craniumed myself. That's gonna leave a mark. All right, the master's up. It's black, it's what I had laying around. Satin finish, of course. Right now I'm just attaching the lines. I like to start these things first. Shoot. Come on, go on. Thank you. I like to start these things first. This way, if anything arises, well, I mean, you're not cross-threading them right off the bat. You want to save that for a second. Now, you might have noticed I didn't bench bleed this thing. I don't bench bleed. Granted, now that I'm saying it's going to bite me in my arse, but I don't bench bleed. Reason being, my bench bleed procedure is bleeding this tire first. Yes, it's counterproductive to what everybody knows as far as, you know, bleed the furthest away from the master. The reason I bleed this one first is the out for the master, well, one of the outs, you have three outs. One of the outs for the master is directly up. Directly up runs to this wheel. You bleed this wheel, you basically, theory, bleed the master, and you bench bled it. Plus you got a pedal. You don't have to screw around with a vise. So I bench bleed via one wheel cylinder, and that, you know, theory fixes it. brakes are bled. That took longer than it should have. I was fighting my own dummery. Forgot to run the adjusters all the way out. So I was fighting pedal travel because they were trying to pick up the slack of something that's not adjusted correctly. With that said, all the brakes are dialed in. The pedal is where it needs to be. It works, so that's good. Gonna recommend front wheel cylinders on this thing. They look like, I mean, they're holding, they're working, from what I can tell. But if you look through the inspection hole, you know, the adjuster hole, they seem a little wet. Not really a huge concern, but just gotta make note of that. Right now, get this thing running. Like I said, I already drained the fuel on this bad boy. So reconnect the fuel line to it. And we're gonna throw an electronic ignition, because I mean, if you've been watching the channel, I love the damn things. So throw that in and then see if she just barks off with some fresh gas and an electronic. Hopefully it will. So now you see me do this hell in the last video, at least timing. So we'll throw the got one of the electronic conversion kits. Let me throw that thing in there. We'll put the timing light on it. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully it barks off and fires and idles. Then we'll hook the timing light on it, set it to like I always do, 28 to 28, and be good with it. This is also either a 1776 or a 1835. I don't know. It's bigger than 1600. It's bigger than 1641. The only reason I'm saying that is as dual 40s on it. So I know a 1600 can't handle them. Or, I mean, it just will run like poop. So it's at least that. I don't know. I'll clarify with the owner. But that's neither here or there. Let me slam this electronic in, dump some fuel in the tank, reconnect the fuel line, and twist her off. And let's see if she breathes life. Let's see if she'll live again under her own power, engine-wise. First time in 6 years. All right, 20 minutes later, and I got 5 gallons of gas in this thing. We'll say 4 and some change. A bit got on the ground. But with all of that said, I'm gonna do the right thing. Really don't know, but you know, whatever. Starting fluid. Let's turn the key and see if she runs. Come here, door. She did things. All right. We got fuel in the what have you. The filter. The filter is what I'm going with. Yep, and it looks clean. All right. Little Berryman's. Put some of that in. And also, this is 93, 92, 93, whatever premium is here. I don't pay attention. I don't buy it that often. Premium in the tank. Also, we'll throw some Lucas boost in. Not a lot, just a tickle. Wake it up. Right now I'm trying to do it without, like, you know, completely. I heard squirters. So that pump's primed. Let's see if she does something. She wants to. Oh, let me get in this thing. Ugh. Well, she is idling. Well, running. Not happy about it. Let's get the timing light on there, you know, and see if we can dial out a backfire. All right, let me just run through, check this timing. Just wanted to get it like a heat cycle. Right now I just set it at 10, because that's usually where these things fall at rest. But what I'm doing right now is I just want to idle it, get that fresh fuel circulating through this engine. As a low idle, I think I'll bump it up some. She's running battery voltage. But right now I'm just circulating the fuel, trying to let that Berryman's and that Lucas, you know, bump in and hopefully run her happier. I also got to synchronize the carbs because it's what you have to do. Now it sounds like it's only hitting on one. All right, went through 28 to 28. 28 actually was about 30. It seemed like, I don't know how much of the audio. She seemed to break up at 28, and anything past that wasn't that happy. But actually, for putting in literally, the revival part of this thing, feels like I'm cheating a bit. Ran a fuel line because I didn't like the old one. Put in some electronics. Flushed the gas, put in new gas, a little octane boost and some Berryman's just to clean it up. And she lights off. What we're gonna do is slap some wheels on this thing and go take her for a drive. Everything works, brake lights, headlights, all that stuff, blinkers. So I mean, as far as an inspection goes, should be good. But yeah, we'll get this thing on the road, button her up, get her on the road, and see how she performs. Okie dokes. One of my favorite things to do right now is test drive time. And what do you do when you have a 21 windows, you know, split window bus? You open up the ventilations. Unfortunately, I'm not going to open it up on your side. But you got the Safaris, which are great for getting the old bugs in the teeth. I might grab some safety glasses, because it is a little warm today. Let's see if this thing fires before I go get the glasses. A little warm up with an idle. Key on. Give her a pump. Oh yeah. I think we'll go on a test drive. Let me grab some glasses. Now I look smart. No door. There he is. Alright. It is warm today. Let's see what she does. ever driven like an old 60s GM car, well, steering is not good. I mean, there's a bit of turn. Well, a lot of bit of turn. I'm fighting this thing, just keep it straight. Shop and jack her up and see what the hell's going on. Feels like that steering box is just destroyed. I mean, it's not good. Let's see if I can tighten that up. I'm just sawing at this thing. Brakes I'm gonna adjust a little bit more too. We'll go back through this thing. But man, this steering is not good. Get her back in the shop and see if we get see if I'm going to be able to tighten it up. Test drive number 1. Don't know what the hell's going on. The brake, I mean, it is rock hard. And then it'll ease on. I can hear the car pipping and popping. There you go. Like, I hear them now. There it is. It has like weird hang up. I'm wondering if they're not disengaging all the way. I'm going to go under there, check the engagement on that piston. But they're also not, they're not acting like, I mean, that's a rock firm pedal. But they're not acting like they're locked up. I don't know if you can hear them actually are creaking, but they're creaking as I put my foot down. All right, guys, got a status update. Took a quick, loop around driving. The steering, no, sketchy. Sketchy would be a, I don't know, a byword for quality on this one. GM with their pre-installed 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, the pre-installed drunk driving that you got from GM feels like a new car compared to this. I literally probably put not even a quarter mile on and I came back. That number one. Number two, the brakes. They were working good, and then the pedal just locked. I'm going to check the adjuster under there and see if there's any slop. It feels like it might just be, locking, not letting it release pressure so I can go again kind of thing, but not enough to lock up the brakes. I mean, that's where I'm at there. But let me bring you under here and let's see if we can see what's going on. Let's see. Steering box. Master cylinder. What do we got going on? I'm just actuating the rod right now. I don't think I have any play in here. I'm going to back this off. And as far as the steering goes, I think I see it. I'm just moving the tires right now. And you see how that is just bouncing? Really hard to do this under here. That's cooked. That one's moving some. All right. Also, lack of cotter. Lack of cotter. I'm wondering if they backed out. We'll try to tighten them, but with that slop, I wonder if it backed out and wallered everything out in there. So let me do this brake real quick. Let me back this pin off and then see if I can get a wrench on here to tighten this down. But yeah, as of right now, this is, the brakes obviously don't work. So that's bad. But this is just completely unsafe. So nice. All right, let me see what some wrenches can do. All right, let me break it to you straight, guys. It's not leaving this week. That wasn't the ideal delivery, pomp and circumstance test drive. Good news, I found out before giving it to the customer, the brakes aren't good. Also the steering, not good. Talk to the owner. I'm gonna order a new drag link to fix that, drunk driving steering that's in there, and I'm also going to order another master cylinder along with front soft lines. I think the master cylinder is something that's just bent, tweaked, or messed up because I pulled off the brake cylinder switch, which should alleviate all pressure in the system, also crack lines, and that pedal's still rock hard. So something in there I think is just bink. So new masters on order, soft lines, drag link. Like I said, I've said it before, it doesn't leave unless, it's correct. Unfortunately, revivals, not knowing, the thing sat for 6 years. it could have been a known issue that just kind of forgot about, so and so forth. You know, it just happens. I'm just happy I find, you know, I can safely drive it by safely. I mean, I've driven enough mechanical pieces of, you know, delightfulness that there's no more panic anymore. No brakes? Nah, okay. That's what the e-brake's for. It's just inconvenient when you got to do the old reach on these buses. But with that said, I'm going to end this episode here. I probably might make another video on how to, because I still got the old Master, obviously. I'm going to pull this one out and see if I can rebuild on the other one, because it had zero pressure. The seals were blown. I mean, it just leaked. But I know it operates in its full range of motion. This one doesn't. It seems like it kinks or binds. So I might rip seals out of this one, put it in the other one, and see if I could, you know, rob Peter to pay Paul to get a good working Master. But like I said, I'm going to cap this episode here. Unfortunately, was not a successful test drive, and I don't mind at all, you know, airing that, because I like these things to leave safe, you know, and the customer be happy. So with all that rambling aside, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, do what you want. Hopefully we'll chat sometime. You know, I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully a good delivery day.